Hello everyone, this is Agent Ross and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to connect the camera to the character the correct ECS way. We will introduce aim component, build a camera player data pipeline, make strafe mode face the camera direction, and then polish the controller so it feels more stable and professional. No system will reach into another system, everything flows through components. Right now our orbit camera works, but rotating the camera does not rotate the character in strafe mode. We could hack this by reading camera rig directly inside player controller system, but that will tightly couple two systems. Instead, we are going to do this like a real ECS. We will create a component called aim, one system will write into it, and another system will read from it. This gives us a clean data pipeline. Under the component folder, we are going to create a new file, and we are going to name this file aim.js, and this file is going to import component. Inside, we're going to say export class aim, and it will extend component, and we'll have a constructor. We'll call the super, and now we are going to say this.yo equals 0, and this is radians. So this component store where an entity wants to face, not how it moves, and not how the camera moves. Just a pure piece of data, a yaw angle. Next, go to player factory. Inside here, we're going to import aim. And we are going to add this component, world.add component, and we'll say entity new aim. Now the player has a place in ECS memory where aiming or facing direction can live. We want two different behaviors. In face move mode, movement should be camera relative, but facing should follow movement direction. In strafe mode, movement should be camera relative and facing should follow camera direction. That means we need two different pieces of data. One is the camera's yaw as general basis for movement. I'll call that camera basis. The other is the aim facing yaw used in strafe. That stay as aim. Let's go ahead and create another file under component folder. We're going to call this camera basis.js, and it's going to import component. And then we'll say export class camera basis, and it will extend component. Inside here, we're going to say constructor and super. And we'll say this.yo equals 0. And this is radians. Camera basis is not player input. It's not camera code either. It's just shared data. What direction the camera is facing on the horizontal plane. Next, we are going to add the camera basis to player. Inside the player factory, we are going to import camera basis. And then we're going to add the world.add component, entity new camera basis. Next, we are going to create the camera basis system. Under the system folder, we're going to create a new file, and we will call this camera basis system.js. And this file is going to import system. It will also import the query, and now we're going to import camera rig, and then import the camera basis. And finally, we're going to import player controlled. And now we can say export class camera basis system, and it will extend system. And inside here we're going to say update. It will have the world and delta time, and inside the update we're going to say constant cams equals query dot entities with camera rig, and then we'll say if cam dot length equals 0, we'll return. And after that we're going to say constant rig equals world dot get component. And inside here, we're going to say cams 0 and camera rig. Next, we will say if it's not rig or number is not finite, we'll pass rig.yo and then we'll return. And now we'll say constant players, and we will query the entities with world, player control, and camera basis. And now we're going to have a for loop. Constant p of players, we'll say constant basis equals world dot get component, and we will pass the p and camera basis. Then we will say basis dot yo. It's going to be equals dot rig dot yo. So this system runs every frame. It copies camera yo into the player's camera basis component. Now both face move and strafe can be camera relatives without the controller touching camera rig. Next, we are going to create the camera aim system. let's go ahead and create another file. We're going to call this camera aim system.js. Inside here, it's going to import system from system.js. And then we are going to import query. And we will also import camera rig. And next we are going to import aim. And we will need player controlled. And finally, we're going to import control mod. And in here, we're going to say control mod. Now let's go ahead and create the class. Export class camera aim system. That's going to extend system. And in here, we're going to say update. We'll pass the world and delta time. And inside the update, we're going to say constant cams equals query dot entities width. And in here, we're going to say world and camera rig. Then we will say if cams dot length equals 0, we'll return it. And the next, we're going to say constant rig equals world dot get component. And inside here, we're going to pass cams 0 and camera rig. And now we'll say if it's not rig or not number dot is finite rig dot yo, we will return. And now we'll say constant players equals query dot entities width. Inside here, we're going to pass world, player controlled, aim, and control mod. Then we're going to have the for loop. We'll say for constant p of players. And inside this loop, we're going to say constant mod equals world dot get component. We'll pass the p and control mod. And now we're going to say if mod dot mod is not equal control mod dot strafe, we will continue. And next we're going to say constant aim equals world dot get component. We'll pass p and aim. And then we'll say aim dot yo equals rig dot yo. And let's go ahead and save this. Next, we are going to import this in player controller system. So inside the player controller system, we're going to scroll up. And in here, we're going to say import aim. And next, we're going to scroll down. Right here, we're going to add aim and camera bases. So here is the key upgrade. Both modes will use camera relative movement. That means W always moves forward relative to the camera. The difference between the modes is only facing. Face-Move faces where you move. Strafe faces where the camera looks. Now we need to update the target velocity calculations. So if we scroll down, right under here, let's update this comment and say read and normalize input axis. And then right after here, we're going to say camera relative movement basis. And in here, we're going to say constant basis equals world dot get component. We'll pass the entity and we'll pass the camera basis. And then the next we're gonna say constant yaw equals basis and number dot is finite basis dot yaw question mark basis dot yaw if not 0. Then we will say constant sine equals math dot sine. We'll pass the yaw, and we'll also say constant cosine equals math dot cosine, and we'll pass the yaw. Then let's make a comment here and say camera forward on x, z, and camera right vectors. Then in here we're gonna say constant forward x equals sine, constant forward z equals cosine, and then constant right x equals cosine, and constant right z equals minus sine. And after this, let's add another comment and say convert local input into world space direction. And in here, we're going to say constant world x equals right x times mx plus forward x times mz. And now we're going to say constant world z equals right z times mx plus forward z times mz. And let's add a comment here as well and say target velocities. And this one is going to be world x time speed, and this one gonna be world Z time speed. And acceleration, max delta, this is gonna stay like this, but we want to change this one to world X and this one to world Z. So we just rotated our input into the camera space. Now W should feel correct no matter where the camera is facing. Next, we are gonna replace the face move mode inside here. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Instead, we're gonna say constant target yaw equals math.aten2, and in here we're gonna pass world X and world Z. And now we're gonna say if number dot is finite, and we'll pass the target yaw. And then inside here we're gonna say transform dot rotation y equals damp angle, and we'll pass the transform dot rotation y target yaw, and we'll say 12 and delta time. So in face move, with face movement direction, we use the camera relative world X, world Z vector and convert it into a yaw angle. Next, we are gonna change the strafe mode. Inside here, we're gonna say constant aim equals world dot get component entity aim, and we're gonna say if aim and number dot is finite aim dot yaw. And inside here, we're gonna set transform dot rotation y equals aim dot yaw. So in strafe, we don't face movement, we face the camera. That's why we created aim. Now let's go ahead and save this. Next, we are gonna go to main.js. Inside here, we're gonna add imports. First import is camera basis system, and the second import, camera aim system. And then we are gonna insert them after, let's scroll down. We're gonna insert them after the orbit camera. So we're gonna say world.add system, and we'll say new camera basis system, and we'll say world.add system new camera aim system. So camera updates first, then we copy camera yaw into the player's camera basis for movement. Then only in strafe mode, we copy camera yaw into aim for facing. Finally, the controller reads those components and applies the correct behavior. Now let's go ahead and save it and do a quick test. So if I rotate the camera and press W, it goes where I'm facing. So we can go backwards, forwards, left, right, and we can move around with camera. So if I hold the right mouse button, I can rotate the camera, and then if I press W, it's gonna go where I'm facing. So I can rotate here and it's gonna face there. And let's switch the modes. Let's go press C. Now we are on the strafe mode. We can go left and right. We can go forward and backwards. If I hold the right mouse button, I can turn the camera and the characters rotates as well. Now, both modes have modern camera relative movement. The difference is facing. Face move faces movement, strafe faces camera. Today, we built a real engine-style data pipeline. The camera no longer directly controls the character. It only writes data, and the controller reads that data. This is exactly how scalable ECS architecture works. In the next episode, we are going to focus entirely on character fill, step offsets, slope handling, and wall sliding polish. If this was helpful, please subscribe and like the video. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm Agent Russ. See you next time.